Hi, it's Jennifer from Soul Source Tarot, and I am here to do a special all signs reading for you. This is going to be a 3 little messages from Spirit reading like I did a couple of weeks ago. This reading is timeless, so whenever you watch it is when the message is for you. So we have 3 different decks here, and I do have the books right here. I don't use oracle decks too much, so if I feel the need to use the book, I may use it for all 3 cards. I may or may not. We're going to see what happens, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So dear God, Spirit, Angels, and Universe, what do you want to deliver for messages today? What do we need to know? We're going to go ahead and shuffle. I'm going to fan them out. Then I am going to pick one for each sign. I'm very adamant about shuffling on camera, so that is what I'm doing. And I will pick and choose for each sign as my fingers are directed. These ones are fairly, I've had them for a long time, I just don't use them too much. By the time I get done, these piles will be a big mess, so it doesn't really matter. And this is my deck that I got for Christmas from Shalana. Thank you, Shalana. Shalana's on my Patreon as well, so thank you. Whoop, we almost had a flipper or 2. This one is obviously very new. Okay. Nothing is perfect in the world of spirituality, right? It's not supposed to be. All right, so what do we have? We are going to start with Aries, as usual. What do we have for Aries? Dear angel spirits, God and universe, what do we have for Aries? How teachable are you? Flexibility. Volcano. Release. You obviously are being guided to, you're learning some sort of lesson. You need to be flexible right now, and there's something that you need to release. We are going to go ahead and read this card. I mean, that is a clear message about, are you willing? Are you willing to learn? Are you able to learn? Are you able to take advice from others? I mean, how teachable are you? That happens to be in number 9 as well. 9s symbolize closure. So there could be a cycle of your life that needs to come to a close. I would say that as well with this volcano card. This is a disruption, Aries. This is an explosion. So you may be ready to explode. Things are going to bust apart. This is like, oh, what combustible. What is that? Non-combustible, is it combustible? Combustible, explosion? I don't even know, but there is an explosion here. Sudden disruption, major disruption. It'd be a lot easier if you would just release rather than waiting for it to explode. There's flexibility that is needed. It appears that you're refusing. It's because how teachable are you? We're going to go ahead and read that card. Are you open to learning new things in your life? How high is your desire to let go of judgment, doubt, negativity, and self-sabotage? What are some of your favorite things to do? Is it to watch TV, go shopping, play golf, drink, gossip with your friends? Are you willing to give those things up in order to create time to learn something new? You do need to be flexible. There's something that you need to give up. It's like in with the new and out with the old. And I think you're resisting it. I really, really do. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? What is your willingness to really apply what you learn? You might be learning many new things, but be resistant to change. Every time you begin to think, I already know this, I've heard it before, that doesn't apply to me, your ability to learn diminishes enormously. And it is at this point you may become virtually unteachable without realizing it. Unless you apply what you have learned in your life, you won't really know it. This card is beckoning you to not only be open-minded, but to take specific action towards change. You have to take specific action. You've been resisting. It's like you're refusing to learn, right? It's like, I already know it all. I already know. That's not the answer. Be willing. You have to be willing to open up. I guess Spirit's message is that you need to be flexible. You really need to be flexible. Look at the beauty of what's out there. Are you experiencing all that you can experience? Are you ready to explode? There's going to be an explosion. There is. Because I think that you've been resisting for quite some time. I mean, there's some sort of high resistance here by the looks of things. Now, with that volcano, that really tells me that you are about to blow. I mean, oh, I just opened it right up to it too. Take a look at that. Release. More than 80% of the Earth's surface is the result of volcanic, however you say it, activity. Lava pouring forth from Mother Earth went on to create land masses, while the gases emitted created the earliest atmosphere and released water vapor that condensed to create the oceans. Volcanoes serve as vents that release the intense heat at the core of the planet. You've been suppressing your emotions, and that has caused considerable inner turmoil. At times you feel like exploding, but you hold yourself back for fear of losing control and possibly doing harm to others or yourself. Your childhood experiences have taught you that it was much safer to withhold your feelings, and at some point you made a promise to never lose your temper in spite of an occasional outburst. You've done fairly well with that promise. However, that early decision to hold in your feelings has generalized not just anger, but also other emotions such as sadness, fear, and grief, as well as joy. No matter what your emotions are, rather than pushing them down, learn to safely release and express them when they become apparent. Let the tears run down your cheeks. Express your anger with words. Allow laughter to erupt from your belly. Have an orgasm, either with a lover or by yourself, and enjoy their explosive release. Share your feelings with a trusted friend. Pay attention to how others express their feelings in a healthy way and model yourself after them. Keep a journal where you can express whatever you want. Suppressing your emotions not only contributes to your stress level, but may ultimately lead to physical illnesses. Releasing them gradually helps you let off steam and leaves you relieved of some of your tension. I feel like you're totally resisting change, okay? And you're about to explode. And if you don't change or you don't let this out, you're probably going to explode. There's a need to be flexible. There's a need to bend, okay? That's what flexibility is. You need to bend a little bit. Perhaps there's a new pathway here to go down and you're just, it's like, I already know, I don't need to. I'm already good. I don't need to. But this pent up anger and frustration is, I feel like you've reached a boiling point. There's something that you need to release. So I feel like my message for you is, what is it that you're holding back? What is it that you're ignoring? What is it that you want to let out? Are you afraid of something? Is there sadness that you're holding in? Do you want to expand yourself, but you're just too afraid to do it? I feel like right now, there's something new for you to learn, and you're struggling to accept it, that it's time to go down a new path. It's time to go down this new avenue. There could be an upcoming outburst ahead because of the resistance. So I guess my message is for you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to release? Are you ready? I think the angels want you to release. Let it all out, even if it hurts. And that's what I have for Aries. What do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus? Did I hit that? Oh, I zoomed it in. Sorry. What do I have for Taurus? You didn't get to see me pick the other one probably, but it'll be okay. What do we have for Taurus? Are you ready? Soulmate. Soulmate. So there's a soulmate here, Taurus. Patience. Patience. Now this is a message from Spirit. God, angels, spirits, universe. Rain. Renewal. Going through a renewal. Soulmate connection. So you have a soulmate connection. Spirit wants you to know that you have to be patient. You have to be patient. All things renew in time. Timing is everything. There's a rebirth here. There is a rebirth here. We have a soulmate here. So you may be waiting for a soulmate. A message is probably going to be coming. Whenever you see any type of bird flying, a message may be coming. It is a time of renewal. I believe it's a time of rebirth. Be patient. There is a soulmate connection here. We're going to go ahead and read that one, even though we know what it is, but I want to see what she has to say about that. Open your heart and invite sacred love. So, your soulmate is not far from you. Your soulmate is not far from you, Taurus. To connect with them, you need to open your heart. Call them in and have patience. and have patience. If you are not ready to accept your soulmate, keep working on self-love. You will be drawn to your soulmate like a magnet and feel an immense sense of familiarity, like you have known them before. Your capacity to love will increase dramatically and you will experience higher states of consciousness. No one can touch your heart in the same way that this soulmate can. It is important to note that your soulmate will not necessarily be your partner. He or she may come in a completely different form than you have imagined, but they will offer you incredible wisdom, growth, and expansion. Be aware that we connect with our soulmates when we are ready to truly evolve and move to the next level of consciousness and life experience. Take some slow breaths. Connect to your heart. Imagine calling your soulmate towards you. You don't have to know what they look like. Just feel the openness in your heart and allow yourself to connect to their heart. Imagine there is a gold cord attaching you to them with beautiful loving energy flowing between you. Know that you are supported and will soon meet each other in the physical reality. To connect with them, you need to open your heart, call them in, and have patience. You have the power to manifest this soulmate. You may already be with this soulmate. You know, you figure it out. You need to be patient in some way. Be patient. Patience, allow, let go, and let God. Set the intentions. Your soulmate is near. This is something flying in. It's like coming towards you, okay? Rain is renewal, it's rebirth, it's refreshing. All right, so we do have something this is a breath of fresh air. We all know what rain is, but you're finding yourself in a process of renewal that will require nothing short of a complete revamp of your life. From your work to your relationships, even the relationship with yourself and with your higher self. You've been feeling the strong and steady pull to do so, while at the same time noticing a resistance to making these changes out of fear of the unknown. It's challenging to surrender to these urgings of spirit and, in spite of the fact, take the actions needed to move forward into the next cycle of renewal. Remind yourself that there have been many times throughout your life you have courageously faced opportunities for revitalization and succeeded in doing so, regardless of any initial resistance or perceived blockages. A way to experience how this recycling and renewal process is natural is by making every drink of fresh water a mindful one. You may need to drink water. Take every sip slowly and with gratitude, reminding yourself of the everlasting water cycle of the earth. Pause and feel how the water moves throughout your body, refreshing and renewing every cell with the life blood that is so necessary for you and so many other beings on the planet. So you are going through a period of renewal. You're going to have renewal in many different areas of your life. And you do have a soulmate connection here. I don't know if you're waiting for this connection or you meet this person by chance or what is going on. You may have a renewal in a soulmate connection, you know, however you take it, however you want it, however you perceive it or however you feel it. There is definitely a soulmate here, and it looks like this soulmate, you just have to wait for it, call it in, set your intentions, and it's here. It's here. So I guess Spirit wants you to know that you are about to go through a renewal. A renewal is coming in your relationships, in your life, probably in your job. I feel like you've been waiting. Patience is a card of waiting. You've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for this. That's what I got. Open your heart to love, Taurus, because it's coming in. Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? What do we have for Gemini? Are you ready? Wild. We'll take a look at that, Gemini. You wild? Maybe it's time to be wild, to experience something, that you haven't done before, it's time to have some fun. Relaxation. That's completely the opposite. But that's you, right? The twins. Makes sense. Makes sense. From wild to relaxation. And honeybee, community. You need to get out in your community. You do. Your spirit wants you to put yourself out there. Get outside in the community. Let the world see you're wild. Maybe you're just relaxing and it's time to, get wild. But, you know how to get wild, right? There is a wild, untamed spirit. There is a wild, untamed spirit inside of you, desperate to be unleashed. Free it and claim the gifts of energy, power, passion, and creativity that it offers you. You're ready. You're ready to jump, huh? You're ready. You got this passion inside of you that is just ready. It's ready. It's like you're probably ready to explode as well. Okay? Through suppressing your wild, succulent, outrageous, and untamed self, you dull your senses and crush your creativity. You shrink, lose your energy, and become depressed. Your relationships suffer and your rage grows. You become ashamed, hostile, cold, boring, over-serious, and scared. You stop taking chances and live in mediocrity. Mediocrity. Constantly trying to protect yourself. The truth is that no one can judge you, punish you, or hurt you as much as you can. Give in to your wildness and stop living a sham. This part of you is sensual, provocative, truthful, courageous, bold, passionate, and alive. Set it free. Spirit wants you to go have some fun. Let the wild out. Then we have relaxation, which is completely the opposite, and that makes sense. Maybe after that, you'll be able to relax. You'll be able to breathe. You'll feel more at ease. Maybe you go out in the community. You go out and you go out and you mingle. You go to some community events. Maybe you'll meet somebody. Honeybees. You're an integral part of a community, one composed of people related by blood, friendship, or another type of common bond. Lately, you found yourself thinking about this or that person, but have generally dismissed the thoughts and feelings that triggered these remembrances as random and inconsequential. You may have experienced other external reminders of that individual, such as their name popping up in conversations or symbols appearing that remind you of them. These synchronicities are prompted by the collective consciousness, an invisible web in which we humans are all connected. Threads are more concentrated in those that are part of your more immediate community. Stories around as to how someone got a sudden urge to call a relative or a friend and then discovered there was an urgent need they could now serendipitously meet. I just got done saying you could meet somebody. Interesting. Maybe planned, though. Who knows? That's weird, huh? There's no such thing as coincidence, by the way. These synchronicities are prompted by the collective consciousness. You are being called to get out there, to get out in your community, show people who you are, do something crazy. And I don't mean like really crazy or anything, but, you know, get yourself out there. Do something that you wouldn't normally do. There is like an energy of serendipity here. It's critically important at this time to trust these cues and act on them so as to actively acknowledge the physical and spiritual connection you have with these important people in your life. It's getting together with people that you have some sort of commonality with. It could be the same age group, could be, you know, you do the same thing, you have the same hobby, you know. You're into the same, maybe it's at the gym, you know, you need to get out there. You need to get with your people. You know who these people are. Pause for a few minutes. It's interesting because we have the pause right here. And I'm reading this card. Pause for a few minutes and allow yourself to stretch the limits of what you ordinarily think of as community. And realize that you are connected to the entire human race. Spirit wants you to just relax your energy, relax your fears, you know, and put yourself out there. Stop hiding. Stop being so boring. Stop resisting, per se. Put on some red. That will get people buzzing, right? Maybe it's time for you to get buzzing. Get busy. There's a community out there waiting for you to join it. It could be a lot of fun. It's right up your alley. What are you waiting for? So I think Spirit wants you to get busy, okay? Wants you to put yourself out there with like-minded people. You know where to go. You already know what to do, but you've just been not doing it, right? And I feel like you're ready to burst, okay? You're ready. It's desperate for attention. So anyway, Gemini, I feel like, you know, once you get out there and you have some fun a little bit, you'll be able to relax. You'll be able to open up more and more and more. So anyway, Gemini, I think Spirit wants you to, you know, do something out of the ordinary that opens you up from your current stagnation. Good luck. Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? What messages do you have for Cancer? Are you ready? Ooh, sexual arts. Getting artistic, huh? Freedom. Freedom. And look at, is that? No, it's a bird. I thought maybe it was an owl, but it's just a bird. Freedom. Freedom from something. There's something you're going to be, that is going to be setting you free. Freedom. This is flying high, high above the rest. It really is. You have lots of people around you. People with common interests. A lot of people that are just like yourselves. Lotus, resurrection. This is emerging from a dark place, more beautiful than ever. So beautiful. It's like, I mean, Lotus comes out of a dark situation, right? You are going to be coming out, if you've been in a dark, dreary situation and you thought you were never going to blossom or bloom again, that is absolutely not the case. Sexual arts, 33. 33 is your prayers have been heard. Keeping sexuality alive is an art form very few people truly understand. Being more light into your sexuality. Are you sexually attracted to your partner every day? Sex energy only occurs where there is sexual polarity. Everyone has both masculine and feminine qualities to gift each other. The only time there is a sexual spark is when one person is embodying more of their masculine energy and the other person is embodying more of their feminine energy. The masculine is the unchanging witness, presence, direction, decision-making, trying to be everything to closure and consciousness itself. The feminine is change, life force, light, flowing movement, Mother Nature, emotions. Do not buy into the myth that sexual attraction eventually dies in a long-term relationship. Sexual polarity is an art that takes practice. It can be so subtle and last a lifetime if you are constantly reinventing your gifts and using an open heart. Feminine essence people, instead of directly telling your masculine partner what you want, as this tends to kill the polarity, invite him into action through expressing your feelings. Your speech could be erotic and enticing instead of functional and efficient. Masculine essence people, your greatest gift is constant presence. No matter what your feminine partner is feeling or doing, constantly penetrate her display and see the light that is shining for you. The feminine may come at you like a slap to the face on a favorite kiss. Stay with her energy so the feminine knows that you know what she is feeling, so you are there. So this is about sensuality and intimacy and expressing, getting intimate with another. I wonder, I'm going to be completely honest. I wonder if you're breaking free from a partnership, because we have the union here, and then we have the freedom. Maybe it's freedom to express. Maybe you have a resurrection here where it's time to express. It's time to express your beauty. Resurrection. And that's a 2-2. So you have 3-3 and you have 2-2. Twos are about partnerships and unions. The recent experiences you've gone through have been so intense and disturbing that you've questioned your faith and spirit and your own capabilities to pull yourself out of the muck. That's the truth. Yet you must keep your faith even though you feel like life has kicked you around and severely tested you during this time. The suffering you've endured by being a captive of the darkness will soon be relieved. And it does have to do with a partnership where there will be a lot of intensity, sensuality. This is a divine feminine and a divine masculine where the intensity is very high, high intensity. But you have been in a very dark place. The cat's doing something. The suffering you've endured by being a captive of the darkness will soon be relieved, and you will be able to shed any residue from the experience as you go through a major rebirth. You are going to go through a major rebirth. Each cycle of rebirth you have experienced in your lifetime has had its degree of pain preceding the emergence, just like childbirth. Through it all, you have survived and ultimately been renewed, often by letting die those aspects of yourself and your circumstances that no longer fit who you are and who you are becoming. In the next era of your life, resurrect your faith and allow yourself to blossom steadily, yet unhurriedly, as you reach for the light, only to find the light has been there all along and is now making itself even more apparent. You might even acknowledge this cycle of renewal by celebrating with a ceremony. For some of you, I think that you've broken free from a partnership, and I think it's been dark, and I think it's been dreary, and I think it's been rough, really rough. This is very painful. It's the muck. This is coming out of the muck, shining more beautiful than ever, and connecting with somebody on such a high level that it's going to be extremely intense. So Cancer, keep the faith. Keep the faith. All this pain that you have went through has not been in vain, because you're going to be on top. This is a beautiful transformation, but it doesn't come without that pain, like that pain of childbirth. Don't give up the faith. Things are going to blossom. You're coming back. You're going to come back, and you're going to have that connection. That's what I got. Leo. What do we have for Leo? Are you ready? Love. Love. Looks like somebody's watching you. Or we have a man that is watching a woman. That's what it looks like to me. Love. Embracing. Embracing love. Look at how beautiful that is. It's so serene. It's like it's a serene love. And jasmine, sensuality. I mean, come on now. This is absolutely beautiful. We have love, we have embracing, and we have sensuality. So this is, I mean, the cards really speak for themselves. Embracing love, embracing sensuality. I feel like there's somebody that is in love with you or something like that. That's what it looks like to me. But or we have a man that is very much in love with a woman. She's probably in love with him as well. Embracing love. This is all about love. Let go of your limiting beliefs about love. Your heart desires more connections, love, and nourishment. You are at a point in your life where you need to learn how to truly give and receive love. Fully opening your heart will awaken your vulnerability, sensitivity, and fear. In particularly, your fear of rejection and intimacy with another person. However, you will also unleash your passion, inspiration, greatness, and an ability to care deeply. Start seeing how great life is and be willing to connect to others. If you've been holding on to the past pain, then it is time to acknowledge, feel, and move forward. Give yourself permission to let people in. As for love, ask for love with all your heart and soul, and it will come. Look for something beautiful in every person you encounter. Focus on feeling good. Whenever you see people loving each other and focus on feeling good. Whenever you see people loving each other and know this is coming to you in the form of a love of a lifetime or an incredible friendship. So there, if you are single, there is a love of a lifetime here or a special friendship. And you are being called to embrace it without fear. Without fear, okay? So I think the message so far is to embrace it. Embrace it. Focus on your heart. Take some deep, slow breaths. Imagine unlocking the door to your heart. What does your heart look like? Is it cold, frozen, and dark? Or is it full of warmth, light, and sweetness? If it is cold and gray, imagine melting the coldness with yellow light. Who do you need to communicate with so that your heart can heal? Imagine that this person is in front of you now. Say what you need to share without holding back. Imagining that person in front of you. Now step into their shoes and answer back from the highest place within them. Give yourself permission to experience an open heart. Every time you want to close your heart, take some deep breaths and choose to keep it open, even if it hurts. Embracing. That is about embracing new destinations. We're going to go ahead and read it. Embracing the unknown. If it's even, it's kind of funny. This says floodplains. A floodplain is a naturally occurring phenomenon in which the land adjacent to a river floods out to the far banks of the surrounded land during times of high water. Land that is normally dry may be underwater for a period of time. When this occurs, silt, sand, and nutrients are deposited. For this reason, floodplains are often areas of great fertility, as well as rich ecosystems. They are excellent areas for lush, abundant crops. The sacred landscape wants you to know sometimes life overflows with emotions, which can feel uncomfortable. However, the ensuing result of this discomfort can be a great value, perhaps arising from an unseen or unknown source. You get this card when emotions are seemingly overflowing or not flowing at all. Cherish the overflow of emotions and embrace the times that seem murky, for your inner floodplains are being replenished. And as a result, there will be great spiritual and physical expansion. Embrace all your emotions when you do so. Greater prosperity and fertility will flow into your life. Alternatively, if your emotions have been blocked, this is the time to explore and experience them. My last Leo reading that I just did, I don't know, a few days ago, said this too will pass. You're going through a period, it's basically of rebirth. You have to open your heart. It's extremely emotional. Whatever you're going through is extremely emotional. You may have given up on love. Or you're in a situation that is not growing right now. Sensuality. We know what that is. Jasmine. An unmet and underrated aspect of your experience is indulging in your sensuality. Sensuality incorporates sexuality, yet it is much broader than that. It means to gratify the senses, to engage in activities that evoke pleasurable physical sensations. You've pursued spiritual teachings and practices and incorporated many of these principles into your life. However, it is important to remember that you are not only a spiritual being, but also a physical being. The body has many functions and has done well to get you to this point in your life in spite of injuries, illnesses, and other conditions. Furthermore, like most everyone else, you've been subject to the cultural pressures to suppress your inherent longing for physical pleasure, including but not limited to sexual pleasure. You can incorporate sensual pleasure as an expression of your spirituality. Soak in a bath with music, candles, and essential oils. Stand before a mirror and discover what areas are most pleasurable and sensitive to your loving touch. If you have a partner, slow down when making love. Start by exploring each other's bodies with a new, gentle curiosity. Place jasmine flowers around your home as you explore your sensuality and your sexuality. This is about embracing your sensuality and your sexuality and your sexuality gently, curiously, opening up as well, opening up to the possibilities. Don't lose your faith. Do not lose your faith. For some of you, I think that, there's a flood of emotions going through right now. Obviously, you may be going through a period of darkness, where things are covered up. You don't know, there's unknown. You don't know what's going on underneath the surface. Things are going to get better, right? There's growth under there. You may not see it, but it's under there. So anyway, Leo, embrace love, embrace your sexuality, embrace, sensuality. Do not give up hope. Whatever is happening now that is making you so emotional, that has, caused you to lose your faith, there's something going on below the surface that you don't see. If you're alone and you're feeling alone, you're feeling like you're never going to be loved again, take care of yourself. That's what I got. Good luck, Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? The cat's What do we have for Virgo? Oh, we got two. We can't do that. Oh. I gotta take them both. It's just the way it goes. I'm sorry to the rest of you. It's just the way it goes. I can't just put one back. It's not right. What do we have for Virgo? Family and tribe. Purification, growth, purifying, focusing on your family, focusing on your people. Maybe that's what you're meant to do. This is like reaching for the light, purifying your soul, going through, you know, well, a rejuvenation of some sort. Protection. You are protected by the light. I've seen that a lot in your readings. Crystal quartz, focus, focus. Spirituality, there's deep spirituality. Some of you are really going through a period of spiritual growth. Focusing on your soul tribe, focusing on your people, focusing on your family. Maybe meeting people, you know, that are part of your tribe. There is some sort of protection here, purification. New focus, focusing on your spirituality, and I think that's what you're being guided to do. I think that's what Spirit wants you to do. You are protected. There's some sort of light here. You're protected. Be very discerning with other people's opinions. Become aware of how the beliefs of your family and tribe are influencing you. What did you learn about relationships, money, and opportunities when you were younger? Ask yourself, am I still carrying some of these outdated beliefs? Am I trying to seek love and approval from my family by doing what they want me to do? An important question to ask yourself is whether you are living your life in order to make someone else or yourself happy. Are you trying to fulfill your family's prophecies? What your parents think is right? Or what your family would do or what they would say? I think that you are focusing on that. I think that you're focusing on your family in your current tribe, but maybe you have a new family. Maybe you have a new tribe. Maybe you're not them anymore. An important question to ask yourself is whether you are living your life in order to make someone else or you happy. This card asks you to examine your loyalties, family beliefs, superstitions, and rituals that have power over you. Let go of anything that is not serving you. You are being asked to face your fears of being different and embrace your uniqueness even if others don't understand or approve of your actions. Often working with your energy centers, in particular the root chakra, can help you release past limitations and hurts, increase your confidence, and help you manifest your desires into the physical reality. Recognize beliefs that you have adopted from others. Play some tribal music. Imagine that other people's limiting beliefs are like chains that stop you from moving forward. Stomp your feet and focus on recognizing each belief, pattern, or past experience, and then imagine letting them go. Give yourself permission to move forward and put out all of your energy on a daily basis into how you would love to live your life. Spirit is telling you to live your life, not your parents' life, not your friend's life, not society's life. If family isn't always blood, and I hate to say that, family is the ones that support you and love you for who you are. Doesn't matter your orientation, you know? It doesn't matter what you look like. They're going to love you no matter what. Purification. Cleansing. It's difficult for new vibrant energy to enter your life if it's clogged with old and outdated energy. You really need to cleanse. You do. Maybe you need to do it out in the rain. Out in the rain is the most cleansing. There is a lot of old and outdated energy that you need to sever ties with. Cleanse and purify your body and your physical space. This is a great time to detox, clutter clearing, cleansing, and space clearing. Release outdated energy to invite fresh, clear energy into your life. Eat lightly. Don't take things personally. Release resentment, guilt, and blame. Purify yourself, thought, word, and deed. Decluttering is modern day alchemy. If you don't love it or use it, let it go. This card can also represent abundance, as flowing water is a metaphor for prosperity, and summer is a time of expansion. Get ready, because by summer you will be expanding. You're going to probably be in a completely different place, space or place, mentally. It's time to let go of whatever doesn't serve you. Old, outdated beliefs, old, outdated ways, old, outdated things. Protection. You are protected. I don't need to read that card. I can, but that is about you are protected. You are protected. Let go of your fears. One of the most potent signs on the sacred landscape is the ancient oak. It carries numerous meanings. You are protected. You can weather anything. Your roots go deep. You are brave and you can survive anything. Stand strong. You carry the energy of a leader and you have great authority in life. Great wisdom is expanding within you, and others sense this. They sense your strength. This card can also mean to protect your assets. Take care to guard and protect your home, your loved ones, and yourself. And this is protection as well. So you definitely have some sort of protection here. Even though you are protected and there is spiritual protection here, you have to do it, right? You have to be aware, you have to call for it, you have to insist on it. You have to focus. You are strong. You can weather any storm, but be aware. Be aware of the dangers. When you're shining, and you're in a really good place and you've cleaned things out and your aura is cleansed, the darkness sees it. Okay, the darkness sees your light. That's the truth. So that's why you have to protect yourself. You have to shield yourself. You have to continuously, like every day. No weapon shall prosper against me. You can go further. You know, you have to protect yourself with the golden light. Constantly. Crystal quartz. Focus. You're feeling fragmented due to being overwhelmed with responsibilities and worries about the future, and as a result, your tension and stress level is very high. Often when you wake each morning, you feel anxious about what the day will bring. When your attention and energy are scattered like they've been lately, everything on the to-do list seems like a top priority. As a result, it's been difficult getting things accomplished to your satisfaction. Hone this scattered energy by getting clear and focusing on your priorities. Before going to sleep, make a habit of listing your tasks for the next day. Organize the list so your top priorities are clearly identified and note any actions to take. Then start every day by meditating, focusing on your breath. Either place a crystal quartz before you or visualize one there. State your intention for the day out loud, trusting that the crystal quartz will amplify that intention. Regain your balance and sharpen your focus. You might pull an oracle card, whether from this deck or another. Continue these practices each day until you achieve a sense of peace and clarity. You need to get focused. You got a lot of messages there, Virgo. Spirit wants you to prioritize. Spirit wants you to protect yourself. Spirit wants you to know that you can weather any storm. Spirit wants you to be yourself, okay? Be proudly who you are. Spirit wants you to remove things from your life that you do not need. Old beliefs, old patterns, old things. Get prepared for the new. Good luck. Libra. Libra. Are you ready? Cycles. So there's cycles. You're going through some changes right now. Cycles are ending and cycles are beginning. Focus. We just had focus in the other deck. So you are going to have to focus. Look like it's snowing here. Things have been cold. Keep your head held high. It's interesting. This head's looking this way. This tiger head is held high. You're facing some challenges, I can tell. With cycles that are ending and new cycles that are beginning. This is challenges. You're facing challenges. But I feel like you're strong. I feel like you're very strong. You may be the king. I mean, what do we got here? Mountain. Ha! You are definitely facing some challenges right now. But you're strong. You're strong. You're determined. You're a warrior. You are a warrior. That tiger tells me that you are. I know that you are anyway. But anyhow, we have cycles that are ending, cycles that are beginning. You're facing some challenges. I think things have been cold. I mean, we have mountain twice. We do. So strong though. Mountains are a symbol of strength and determination. So you do have a lot of strength and determination to succeed. So that's evident. You are probably still going to be facing challenges, or these cards would not have come up. So I wouldn't say the cycles are completely over. I mean, I do obviously feel like you have some cycle that is over and you have a new cycle that is beginning, and you're going to need to be strong because of those mountains. It's not easy to climb mountains, and I think you obviously have more than one here. So you may be dealing with some challenges. Life is cyclical, full of cycles. Life is cyclical. I can't say it. I'm sorry. I don't want to mess. I can't. I took speech when I was a kid, but apparently it didn't work out. Anyhow, cyclical. Sometimes things flow and sometimes they don't. Okay, but that's not what it said, but that's the truth. Anyhow, life is a bunch of cycles. Sometimes things flow and at other times they slow down. What cycle of your life are you in right now? What is the one area of your life where you need to focus most of your energy? It is time for you to focus. Is it time for you to focus on your family? Do you need alone time to discover your true purpose? Do you yearn to open your heart and love fully, deeply, and passionately? Is this the time for healing and regeneration? Maybe you are completely ready to enthusiastically concentrate on your life purpose and put all of your energy and effort into making your dreams a reality. Each cycle you encounter offers you fresh gifts and possibilities to learn and grow. The better you become at identifying the cycle you are in, the more flow and harmony you will experience in the choices you make. Now, as I put this card down, you may have had a lot of challenges. Maybe those challenges are behind you now. You see how it's going, okay? Maybe obviously you've had a lot of challenges. It's very clear. But you see this tiger's head is held high. You've overcome those challenges. That's what I feel. And I think that now you have to make a choice, okay, as to where you want to go next. What do you want to do next? What is your life purpose? And I think that's where you're at. Spirit wants you to examine your dreams, your life purpose. What are you here for? You know, and maybe that's one of your questions. The only one that has that answer is you, not a tarot reader. Okay, you can go to 1,000 tarot readers and they're all going to give you a different answer. Okay? The only person that has that answer is you. You know, okay? You know what your life purpose is. And if you don't know, then you need to meditate and come up with that answer on your own. Each cycle you encounter offers you fresh gifts and possibilities to learn and grow. Your body is the key to showing you where you are at. Do you have the energy and the vitality to focus on your goals, or are you in a period of healing? Are you healing? You may be in a period of healing, and if that's the case, then that's where you need to be. Write down what you are experiencing at present. Read over what you wrote several times. Then give yourself permission to honor the cycle that you are in. Is it time to learn or to apply what you have learned? Write down what you are experiencing at present. Write it down. Read over what you wrote several times. Then give yourself permission to honor the cycle that you are in. You know, what you wrote down is going to let you, after you've read it a few times and you've sat with it, you will be able to know what cycle you are in and honor that cycle. Don't resist it. What you focus on is what you pull to you. So put your attention on that what is worthwhile. Concentrate on one desire. Direct your intent to one thing rather than being scattered in many directions. When your thoughts and actions are unfocused, it dilutes and diminishes your forward movement. It is much easier to gain results when you are concentrating on one path. Gather your inner resources and with intensity and passion, go forward and upward, and you'll see results. This is also a card of spiritual transcendence and traveling to higher realms. So stay focused as you elevate your higher consciousness. You are close to heavenly realms. So your consciousness, all these challenges that you have been through, have elevated your consciousness. You don't become consciously awake without challenges. So it's a higher realm of consciousness. So all those cycles of struggle elevated you. Mountain, we know, is challenges, and I think that's where you've been, but you've set a certain goal, and it's clear to you that it's calling prompted by spirit and aligned with your spirit's or your soul's purpose. Several signs confirm that it's the right direction for you, yet there is hesitancy. Although you know the objective is important, its pursuit has aroused fear and anxiety centered around the possibility of failure. You've even attempted to rationalize giving up, but your inner voice persists in reminding how important it is to make a sincere attempt to reach your goal. It's been said that it's not the destination but the journey that counts, and it's never been truer that in this situation you are inquiring about. Keep your eyes, ears, and especially your heart on this goal and your intention to reach it. Dismiss the voice of the ego when it tells you it's not a big deal and really not worth the hassle. Remember, the ego's job is to keep you safe, and dismiss those thoughts. Keep your focus on the goal while at the same time honoring your intention to appreciate each moment in the journey. When doubts and hesitation creep in, remind yourself that it's spirit that has called to you and supports you fulfilling your soul's purpose. You're setting new goals. You've had some serious challenges. Get clear on your intention. Make plans as to how to achieve that goal that is in your mind. Then do whatever it is whatever it is necessary to accomplish it. I feel like I feel like you've had so many challenges that you're ready to give up. It's like, I can't do this anymore. You know, it's like, I just want to break. I can't do this anymore. But all those cycles have elevated you to a higher consciousness. That's why you went through them, right? Now look at where you're at. Now you have the ability to go in whatever direction that you want to go. So get out that piece of paper. Figure out where you're going. Spirit wants you to know that you have a high level of consciousness, and that all those challenges that you have experienced have made you stronger. It's time to set new goals as well. You need to focus. You need to focus. And be proud of how you've made it. You've made it. You've made it. Anyhow, Libra, I feel like there's cycles that are ending as well, and there's new cycles that are beginning. It's all part of your destiny. It's all part of your plan. Don't give up. That's what I got. Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Let's go way down. Dig deep. What do we have for Scorpio? Oh, darn it. Oh well. What do we have for Scorpio? That's what happens when you don't look up. Oops. You ready? Letting go. Letting go of something. I did a Scorpio reading today. I can't remember one word from it. Nothing. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Miracles. Ooh, we have some miracles here. Dandelion, healing. So you're letting go of something and healing from something. And you know, whenever I see dandelions, I think of a wish being granted. So Scorpio, letting go, the art of letting go. I wonder if there's been some sort, obviously there's been some sort of loss. Or there could be a loss. Or you're going to be letting go of something and healing from something. Healing is necessary. This is, a wish will be granted in the future. There's a blessing in disguise here. And I don't remember the reading that I did today. Not even any of it. But I do believe in the other reading that I did, there was a blessing in disguise. The one before that, the one that I did today. And I seriously can't remember one thing about the reading that I did today. I hate it when that happens. Because there was a message. I know that there was a message. I'm not going to try to go back to that. Anyhow, letting go. Letting go. Letting go. This situation has served its purpose. You are being challenged to change your point of view and recognize that this particular relationship has run its course. Although you might be afraid to let go, the universe has a new opportunity for you, which will allow you to experience the kind of passion and satisfaction you have always dreamed of. Saying goodbye is never easy and can make you feel like you are a failure. You must not allow yourself to be persuaded by other people or your own doubts to keep holding on. Focus on opening your heart to a new opportunity. Leave the baggage of the past mistakes behind you. It is important that during the letting go process, you are gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to have alone time. Write, meditate, paint, sing, dance. Do whatever you can to heal and let go of the pain that is holding you back. Recognize that your spirit is beckoning you to grow. Have a situation that you are in that has served its purpose. And Spirit wants you to know that it is time to let go. The storms of the past are passing, and your dreams are coming true. No matter what has happened in the past, your future holds abounding miracles. Good fortune, celestial beauty, and inner divinity are expanding within you. Believe that your life is guided. Trust in the goodness of the universe. A celestial bridge to the heavens is opening for you. Start a health program, invest in your career, or initiate a relationship, and good fortune will manifest. Blessings are flowing in all directions. Believe that you deserve the best because you do. Bounty, joy, blessings, and miracles are flowing your way. It comes after letting go. Healing. Healing. It's a time of healing, and you need to accept that. I think you are healing from something, obviously. For the healing that's needed now, determination is what is required. The kind that comes from aligning your will with the will of spirit and calling on all the resources you have available. The situation you're dealing with has impacted you emotionally and physically and has severely tested your faith. Yet it's imperative that you do whatever you have to in order to restore your conviction. You've experienced a loss. And that has triggered your anger and your hurt. It's not about deceiving yourself with aphorisms such as rising above it or just cheering up, but about the willingness to dig into the darker soil of your grief and allow that pain to be acknowledged and expressed. Seek support from family and friends who are able to empathically relate without trying to fix you. Open yourself to signs and omens from spirit that will serve to guide you through this adversity. Though it may not seem like it now, trust in your heart of hearts that there is purpose to your suffering. This too shall pass, as all things do. Visualize the plant's bright yellow flowers and thank this surprisingly powerful spirit for its blessings. Know that the deepest healing is letting go of the illusion that we are separate from Source. And just for fun, the next time you see a puffy white dandelion, pick it up and make a wish while you blow its seeds into the air. I'm at a loss for words, and that doesn't happen often. You're letting go of something. You've been through a lot. It's been extremely painful. You're being called to let go. Don't deny yourself the healing process or period. There's anger in there that needs to be released. Oh God. You've experienced a loss that has triggered your anger and your hurt. It's not about deceiving yourself, such as rising above it or just cheering up, but about the willingness to dig into the darker soil of your grief and allow that pain to be acknowledged and expressed. You can't just bury it, okay? You need to get it out. So there's something that you've been ignoring that needs to be let go of. Spirit wants you to let it go. It's time to heal. Good luck, Scorpio. Sagittarius. What messages do we have for Sagittarius? Oh, I almost did it again. Alright, I think I was going for this one. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was. I think I gotta take this one too. You get 2 of them as well. What do we have for Sagittarius? All right. You ready? Temptation. Temptation, Sagittarius. So obviously you're going to be tempted. Trust. Trust. So there is a need to trust. Simplicity. And rainbow beauty. So when you see a rainbow, a storm is coming to an end. A storm is coming to it. The storm is over. There's a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. So you've been through some stormy weather, but I think life is going to get easier. I think that life is going to get easier. You may have been, you know, in a situation where you were tempted by things or doing things that were unhealthy. I mean, temptation has probably been leading you. We are going to read that card. Even though we all know what temptation is. Life is full of temptations, and right now you are being asked to choose the higher path. You need to prove that you are worthy and important. Your need to prove that you are worthy and important is clouding your true purpose and tempting you to make the wrong decisions. Become aware of what is happening in your life right now as you are feeling bored in a relationship and looking for something outside of your partnership instead of being honest and working on the challenges you are experiencing or moving on. Are you feeling bored in a relationship or looking for something outside of your partnership instead of being honest and working on the challenges you are experiencing or moving on? Is there a work opportunity that is tempting you to act without integrity in order to get ahead? Are you using money as an excuse not to follow your heart? This card asks you to focus on the bigger picture. Be honest with yourself and take the higher path. Another opportunity that is much grander than what you have imagined is on its way. Just be open to it and allow it into your life. So right now, your need to prove that you are worthy and important is clouding your purpose and tempting you to make the wrong decisions. You are being tempted to make the wrong decisions. Now, you could say this is like the devil card. I don't know if there's an obsession or there's an infatuation or there's lust or there's greed or there's something that is tempting you. It's not healthy. You are being guided to take the higher path. Trust in the divine plan, right? Trust in the divine plan. You know, trust that everything has happened for a reason. You need to simplify your life. This is a powerful, important card to receive even when things seem parched or not fruitful. A deeper energy speaks of the power of your inner knowing. Meditate. Trust those nudges from the universe. Your celestial advisors are close now. You are now open to receive some of the most important messages of your life through your intuition. Your intuition is spot on, so trust it. And even if there are some areas of your life that seem lackluster, know that other areas are being fertilized for a resplendent future. Have faith and know that there is a higher purpose You are being called to take the higher path. Have faith that everything is happening as it should. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is spot on, but I do also feel that it's time to simplify your life, because for some reason I had to take 2 cards. To find a sacred simplicity and have clarity in your life, do only what matters. Release everything else. Simplify your life. Scan all areas and clear both internal and external clutter. Rest, rejuvenate, and only participate in what is truly important to you. Relinquish everything else. Do not delay. Do it now. When your life is cluttered with objects, relationships, time constraints, and emotions, there's no room for spirit. There is too much static and too much stuff to connect to your soul. The smallest amount of clutter clearing can make the biggest difference. You really need to clear things out. Things that don't serve you. It's kind of like, okay, what just came to me was, you know, when you're in a relationship with somebody and you've had this relationship with somebody, you know, and they've given you jewelry. They've bought you a sweatshirt, you know, they've bought you an appliance, you know, a food processor or something. Their energy is still there. Their energy is in whatever gift they gave you. You can't, it's hard to move on when you have those things. So you may have to get rid of them to clear your energy. All right. And that's just something that came to me. Anyhow, I want to say it's time to get back to the basics. It's time to clear your energy. It's time to clear your things. It's time to let new things in. You know, spirit can't get in if you have too much of everything else. Less is more. That's what it sounds like to me. Get rid of things that you don't need. Rainbow, which we know is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The storm is ending. Things are definitely going to get better. Beauty. Lately, you've been so preoccupied with your thoughts that they have taken you away from being fully present and seeing the natural beauty of the world in all its diversity and wonder. We have the cloud over here as well. To counteract this, picture a rainbow in your mind's eye, whether imagining it or recalling a vision of one from memory. Notice whether a particular color stands out and discover what chakra it's associated with. Then breathe as if you were breathing in that color into the chakra. Rainbows can inspire you to get outdoors and notice the natural world that is nearby. Take a slow walk in nature, whether in the park, by the ocean, or through a forest. As you do, pay particular attention to the array of colors in the world and how they blend together. From subtle to strikingly obvious, pause here and there to gaze at your surroundings and take a few slow, deep breaths as you inhale and exhale. Notice the sensations in your body and any emotions that surface. Observe the shining colors of the sunset or of a sunset or sunrise and note how it makes you feel. Pay attention to the beauty you find in others. Then look in the mirror. Past any self-judgments or criticism and say to that person in the mirror, you are beautiful just as you are. Repeat slowly several times. You are beautiful just as you are. You are beautiful just as you are. You are beautiful just as you are. Do this practice once a day for at least a week. Then see how you feel. Your thoughts have been clouded. You've been tempted to do things that are not of the highest integrity. And I'm sorry, but I feel like you're divinely guided to come back to who you are. Have faith that everything has happened for a reason. Declutter your things and the people in your life that are clouding up your energy and causing you to not take the higher path. You're being called to take the higher path. Spirit wants you to recognize your beauty. You don't need to compete with anybody. That's what I got, Sagittarius. Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? Capricorn, are you ready? Healing. Healing from some sort of loss. Healing from something. Something significant has happened. Or that's what it looks like. Security. Security. Security is coming. Waterfall, persistence. Look at the beauty. Your persistence is gonna pay off. That's the ultimate beauty to me. Healing. We're gonna go ahead and read that card. Just because I like to read these. Illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down. Look within and make important changes. If you are experiencing stress, that's my cat, I do apologize. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to. Stop it. Big girl. Yeah, I know. She came right to me. She just wanted me to talk to her. Healing, we're going to start over. Illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down. Look within and make important changes. If you are experiencing stress, feeling overwhelmed, are suffering ailments in your body, or feel exhausted and depressed, it means that your body is trying to communicate with you. Your body wants you to start treating it in a more loving manner and listening to the messages it is sending you. You need to become conscious of the areas in your life that you are avoiding or suppressing. Healing takes time. It is a process. Your first step towards healing is to create a safe, loving, supportive environment where you can listen to your inner wisdom. Some of you may not be in a supportive environment, a safe environment that you feel safe in. Your first step to healing is to create that safe, loving, supportive environment, a secure environment. So I feel like Spirit is guiding you to bring some sort of security to your life. I'm not sure if you're not feeling safe or what. Evie. It's all right. Evie. What are you doing? What are you doing? She said, I'm playing. That's the way it goes. You're going to have to play when I'm done. Maybe it's just time to heal, right? It's not playtime. Apparently it is. Anyhow, take a few deep breaths and relax your body. Place your hands on an area in your body where you have pain. Ask your body, even if it's your heart, ask your body, is there a message you want to give me? This message may come to you as thoughts, words, images, insights, feelings, memories. Say, I call on my divine healing intelligence to help release all pain, blockages, and density from this area. Watch and feel as dense energy leaves your body. Say, I call on my divine healing intelligence to infuse this area with a green ray of light. I ask that all the immune mechanisms of my body be activated and my body now return to a state of perfect balance and health. Imagine a green light moving through your body and repairing it. Gently bring your awareness back to normal and open your eyes. You have some healing to do. A healing probably of your heart, your situation. I don't know if it's a living situation, and maybe even a physical ailment. Security. You are safe and protected no matter what is occurring in your life. You are in safe hands. Those in the realm of spirit are watching over you. You can relax and let go. Once you've taken measures to protect yourself and those you love, such as making sure everyone has their seatbelt on in the car, making sure your insurance is paid on time, or replacing the filter on your heating unit, then let go. If you have been hyper vigilant lately, take a break, relax, know that all is well. You can turn it all over to the Creator. You are protected. Maybe rejection is God's protection. There's some sort of security here. Take a break, relax. You need to take a break. There's some sort of healing that needs to be done. Persistence. You're struggling with your impatience, rushing too fast to gain ground on that project or whatever it is you're so invested in and feeling defeated. Don't give up. Persistence is what's required here. Not striving or aiming for perfectionism, but staying the course. You have obstacles that seem to have been in your way, and yet you can recall how you were able to get through those blocks or work around them in ways that allowed you to continue with your intention. Pause periodically and step away from your attempts. Take a break, but don't make it a permanent one. Your endeavors will be rewarded with the satisfaction of completing a job well done. Though the completion is a welcome and necessary pause between steps in the accomplishment of your mission, there is still more to do. Take a breath. Trust that the inspiration for what you're doing will always be available. Know, once this phase is completed, it's only to create room for the next step in the progression of your mission. There is something happening. This is a progression. You go from healing to security to hard work and reward. And I think you're facing some challenges right now. Do not give up. Do not give up. Now, the first step is your environment, is being in a safe environment. Whether it's a work environment or a home environment or whatever it is, it's securing your environment. So there's something that, or your body, or healing, or whatever it is. There's a lot of beauty at the end of this. A lot. This is a very beautiful, serene place to be. But you're facing some sort of circumstance right now where you need to relax, and to give your body time to heal from whatever is happening or has happened. But that doesn't mean it's a permanent break. You're going to have to get back on your feet and get back to work. So there may be little lows of relaxation, but you got to get back to work. You got to get back to work, okay? So anyways, I feel like Spirit is telling you to take the time to heal. But don't take, forever. I hate to say that, there's beauty at the end of this, and there's serenity, and there's bliss. I can see that there is. You will be in a beautiful place, and you are protected. You may not have faith or believe that you are protected, but you are protected. So that is what I got. And it's not playtime. It's interesting that my cats, I'm at Capricorn, I've done all 12 signs, or not 12, but I'm at Capricorn now. 10 signs. My cats have not made any noise at all. None. All of a sudden they want to play. Not playtime. The answer is no, it's not time to play. Okay, it's time to heal, rejuvenate, and get back to work. And that's what I got. Who's up next? Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? Aquarius. And one more, please. What do we have for Aquarius? Are you ready? Courage, bravery, doing something extremely brave. Blessings. Once you do, blessings arrive. Beautiful. Dolphin, listening, pay attention to your intuition. Your intuition is highly evolved. Your intuition is really speaking to you. It's time to do something brave, Aquarius. You're going to have to do something brave. What do we have for Aquarius? Courage requires you to fearlessly stride ahead despite the challenges you are experiencing. Whether you're afraid of success or failure, you cannot stay where you are. You need to make a decision and move forward with belief, trust, and boldness. Give it your all, no matter the outcome. Despite what you have been telling yourself, you are ready for a new adventure and another chance to prove that you have what it takes to face life's challenges. Stop investing in limitations, lack, and dysfunction. Every blessing has a challenge, and every challenge contains a blessing. Take a look at that. And I'm reading this card. Blessings come next. Every blessing has a challenge, and every challenge contains a blessing. You are ready to explore both. There is going to be some challenges. Whilst there may be difficult moments ahead, keep positive and believe that everything is going to work out for your absolute best. You are being asked to gather the courage to be who you truly and to stand strong with your convictions. Spirit is guiding you to do something extremely brave. Okay, it's going to be a challenge. There is a challenge ahead. But there's blessings that come with it. So be prepared. Has to do with springtime as well. Immense blessings are emerging into your life from those in spirit. Angels, guides, and spirit guardians are watching over you. Angelic intervention is available to you. Be open to the voice of the divine. Messages are all around you. And it's in this card too, okay? You're highly intuitive at this time. Just so you know. Messages are all around you. You are protected. You are safe. Have faith that your path is guided. Watch for signs that spiritual beings are present. Profound healing energy is flowing to you in wondrous ways. Refreshing, replenishing energy is filling your life. There's something new coming into your life. I feel like it's spring, in the spring, but I feel like right now you have some challenges to face. And I think that Spirit wants you to know that you are protected and everything is happening for a reason. Your intuition knows what this is, by the way. I feel like you have to face it. You have to face it. There's some sort of dysfunction in your life that you have to face. You have to face this. Get prepared to face it. What do we have for the dolphin? You know what I'm talking about. You've known it for a while. I know that you have. Listening is what helps you make sense of the sounds you're hearing. Your brain processes these sounds and transmits them to trigger thoughts, images, and bodily sensations. This creates a constantly changing three-dimensional map of your internal and external environment. There can, however, be any number of filters that interfere with your clarity and accuracy of what you're receiving by distracting you from being fully present. So there is a distraction here. This distraction is blocking your blessings or something like that. You're finding that listening without these filters has become challenging, whether to the sounds around you or another person. It has become especially problematic when communicating with someone else, where attentive and focused listening is critical to understanding with what is being said. Consistently practice listening to others with all of you present, making it a priority to understand clearly what is being conveyed. Whether you happen to be occasionally pause, breathe, and listen attentively to your immediate environment and to what echoes back to you. Even more importantly, develop the skill of listening to the voice of the higher self by breathing slowly, calming your mind, and noting any messages that come to you. Listening in these ways is one of the greatest gifts you can give to yourself and to the world. You have an innate intuition. Whether you're hearing it or not is a whole nother story. There's some sort of distraction here that is skewing your what you know. Whether this is somebody or something that is in your environment, could be a person, that is causing you to not think clearly. I think you know exactly what this is, okay? And maybe your thoughts are being skewed by, fear. It could be fear, okay? Courage is what's up next, okay? So get prepared to face some challenges. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Good luck, Aquarius. Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? I forgot to tune it out. I'm sorry. I can do it over. I'm not going to, though. Pisces, what do we have for Pisces? Pride. Taking risks. Pride is a factor. That is a beautiful card, though. Apple tree, abundance. So you do have some abundance that is coming, taking a big risk. Pride is standing in the way. Pride is a problem. Ego. Number 7. Number 7. Pride. Look at that. Number 7. You may be acting out of arrogance and vanity. Humility is the key. When you are prideful, you can become harsh and not conscious of your weaknesses. This can temporarily make you feel more powerful and superior to others, while at the same time cause you to be judgmental, unteachable, and hardened. Have you been fighting, quarreling, and disagreeing with others? Are you always trying to prove a point and defend your position? Do you think that you are always right? By holding on to shadow pride, you are stopping yourself from progressing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Stop overestimating your importance and learn to be humble. When you are too proud, you cannot hear other people's advice and cannot receive their assistance. Empowerment means that you can be soft, caring, aware, and gentle. Recognize that you need other people's support to achieve success. Pride is getting in the way. Spirit is asking you to be mindful of arrogance. Be mindful of vanity. You may be acting out of arrogance and vanity. Humility is key. Taking risks. Taking risks. When you draw this card, it's time to step beyond your normal everyday life. Take some risks, face your fears, do things in a new and even unorthodox way. It's interesting because in my last Pisces reading, I said, you got to do it. Just do it. Just do it. And I just said it. I just did that reading a couple days ago. Anyhow, when you draw this card, it's time to step beyond your normal everyday life. Take some risk, face your fears, do things in a new and even unorthodox way. Listen more to your inner voice than to the voices and opinions of others. Rather than running from potential failure, embrace it. History has shown that those willing to face failure will often succeed in a massive way later. So don't let ego or pride or fear. Ego or pride is fear-based. It's fear-based. So but then I did read the card and it did say something about vanity and arrogance. There's something that you need to change within yourself. It's also time to take a risk. Brave. You need to be brave. Well, what's the worst that could happen, right? If you try it, I mean, like the card said, the chances of failure are slimmer. Anyhow, abundance around the corner. There is some sort of, that's abundance. So you do have some abundance around the corner. You learned long ago to attribute abundance and prosperity to having a lot of money and material possessions. You did, didn't you? Yet, true abundance has very little to do with money and possessions. Due to a poverty mentality embedded in your consciousness long ago, you came to believe that you didn't deserve or have the right to live a life of abundance, but you do. To experience abundance, first fully and consistently acknowledge that spirit and only is in italics, is the true source of your substance, supply, and support. Affirm this by repeating a few times. I now fully accept that spirit is and will always be the true source of my abundance. After each statement, pause, take a break, and note how you feel. I now fully accept that Spirit is and will always be the true source of my abundance. Apply the principle of reciprocation as much as you possibly can, which means working in harmony with the principle of giving and receiving. To do this, begin a daily practice of giving what you would like to receive. So that means you have to give without expectation. Apply the principle as much as you possibly can, which means working in harmony with the principle of giving and receiving. To do this, begin a daily practice of giving what you would like to receive. To create money, donate to charity or to someone in need with no expectations of payback. And you know I say that all the time. I always say that, but it's written in the book, okay? Give your love to others, again, with no expectations of return. And that's hard for you, and I'm sorry to say that, but express your compassion in all beings through word and action. Start every day by listing a few things you are grateful for, whether in a journal, aloud, or in your mind. Listen closely to the guidance you receive and notice how abundance begins to flow both ways. Give to receive. Give without expectation of return. And you will receive. That's how it goes. Pride and ego and arrogance and vanity. I read the card. And I'm is getting in the way of you receiving abundance. It's like giving out, say you're a bar owner, giving out free drinks. Say you do work for somebody. You don't charge them for something. You know what I mean? You do things for free. You give it away. It's like a donation. It's like Santa Claus. Did you gasp at that? Without ever expecting it back. You may receive it tomorrow. You may receive it 10 years from now. You're being guided to give. And it will come back. Don't ask for it back. Good luck.